A pleasant good night to all my viewers and my subscribers. Happy weekend. This is Jah-P Sports Talk. I hope everyone is keeping safe. First of all, I must say congratulations to the Reggae Boys on their 1-0 win over British Virgin Islands earlier on today. And I'm thankful for the crowd that came out. Trust me, the crowd support was nice, and they stood despite the rain. You understand me? So I must give a big thumbs up to the crowd. You understand me? Thumbs up for Reggae Boys for holding towards that victory, you know. But a bit disappointed that the Reggae Boys didn't score more goals, and the crowd is disappointed also. Yes, the crowd is very disappointed that we didn't get some more goals, you know. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. 3 point is 3 point, you know. But trust me, the guys would need to do better versus Guatemala. You know, the Reggae Boys will next play Guatemala on Tuesday at the National Stadium. So, Jamaica supporters, please look out for that one. And whoever overseas that are going to fly down next week Tuesday at the National Stadium versus Guatemala. You know, but trust me, the game today, the BVI team came out and they definitely try to work with a plan. They try to attack the Reggae Boys. They didn't give them too much space. Trust me, it was a young BVI team, but they were all around the Reggae Boys. You understand me? Despite the BVI not having possession for a period of time, a good period of time, they were all around the Reggae Boys. They were just on their feet. As the ball passed, they were right there. You understand me? And the Reggae Boys found it tough to counter them. You understand me? Or to find a way how to work out a formula. So things just going on, it's just flowing. You understand me? Nothing spectacular. You know, we saw where Leon Bailey had came on in the second half. And he made a few touches and stuff like that, and we think like something was going to happen. But it didn't happen. But as I said, it was a good game overall. It was a good game. It's just the fact that we would have definitely wanted to see some more goals. You know, but it was a good enough game. So I'm just gonna. I think it was only one yellow card being issued, and I think that yellow card was Casey Palmer that came on in the second half. Yes, Casey Palmer got a yellow card in the 90 plus 3 minutes. So he actually came on in the second half, you know. So WarnerBrown had scored in the 17th minute. So thumbs up to WarnerBrown, and scoring that goal, winning the match for us, maybe if it wasn't for that one goal, trust me, maybe it would have been frustrated for the fans. Believe me, it would have been frustrated to see BVI holding the Reggae Boys to a one-goal cushion. But trust me, I must give thumbs up to the BVI team, the whole coaching staff and the players. As I said earlier on, they're a young team and they're working hard. And I know sooner rather than later, they are going to upset some oppositions. So it's just for them to just continue to press harder, and I hope that they get all the necessary support that they need. You understand me? Trust me. So the Reggae Boys now, they have some homework to do. Coach Steve McLaren have to sit down and figure out what is the formation they are going to put up against Guatemala. How the Reggae Boys are going to work with CPAS, who is going to work with CPAS, the crossing, the passing. You understand me? I must say, Damian Lowe did a good job. Andre Blake did a good job. Andre Blake didn't really have a lot of work to do today. You understand me? He didn't have a lot of work to do. But nevertheless, it was his return game. And I must say, he kept well, you know. And I'm happy to see that he's healthy and Damian Lowe and so on, you know. But that match versus Guatemala, we're expecting a different encounter. You understand me? So we suspect that the Reggae Boys will travel first thing in the morning. So they will get a day and I call it 2 days to rest and then tune in for Tuesday, you know. So we really look forward for that match on Tuesday. Let me see where the table stands right now. So we are tied on points with Guatemala. Guatemala have a superior goal difference. So it was important for us to win big today, but it wasn't to be at all. It wasn't to be. But even if we had win maybe by 4 or 5 goals, we would have still be behind Guatemala. You know, so we need a win versus Guatemala. You understand me? The top two will go through the next stage. You know, but we would want a win to top the table. You know, so the Reggae boys have to find a way how they gonna pull that one off versus Guatemala. You know, and for the BVI team, Coach Perez, and the whole coaching staff, you guys are doing a good job. Continue to work with your team, and I hope that sooner rather than later, your team will be one of those teams that other Caribbean countries are feared to be played. You understand me? And making the BVI team proud. You know. So we wish you guys all the best, and we pray that your young team continue to um, make progress. You know. So with this one, we saw Coach McLaren did a lineup there. You know, where he started Holgate, Lambagiska, Russell, Lowe, Graham, WarnerBrown, Cepas, and Dixon. So you put three at the front there. So it's a 3-3-4 formation that he did. You know, I must say that they did a fair enough good job by holding out that 1-0 cushion. But trust me, the crowd was roaring. The crowd was roaring. They wanted to see goals. They wanted to see goals, but trust me, it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be at all. But we have to give thanks for this 1 goal cushion. And as we look forward for that match versus Guatemala, you know, the Reggae boys have to figure out a way how we're going to win this one and top the table and then move on from there. And then we have Gold Cup coming up. So a lot of football to be played. A lot of football to be played, my viewers. So these players that are getting an opportunity, it's time for them to shine, make use of the opportunity that they're getting, and make the coach proud. You know, coach said that he was a bit disappointed, and but at the end of the day, as I said, the main fact that we won 1-0, it goes a far way. You know, so just want to wish the Reggae boys all the best versus Guatemala. So for everyone there in Jamaica, please, I'm asking you all to just get your tickets from early and support the Jamaica Reggae Boys. I don't have the ticketing information in front of me right now. See if I can find the ticketing price to let you know what the ticketing prices are. I'm not seeing the ticketing prices right here. So just try and get your tickets from early. You can always follow the Jamaica football page on Facebook and Instagram. All right, for further details. So my viewers and my subscribers, I'm going to end this video right now. I just want to thank all my subscribers, all my followers, my TikTok fans. A bit disappointed today. I thank you so much for coming on. I had a little bit of challenge. I put on a 5 gig data plan and then my data started to go down. And then the rain came on and off, on and off. Then my battery was going down. So trust me, I had my power bank and everything, but I don't know what happened. Maybe the phone was just a little bit heated. The power bank wasn't charging the phone. So my apologies. And then my next phone that I had was my company phone. I end up taking the chance and go live on YouTube. So if my bill is high, you guys going to help me pay it. All right. Yes, yes. So, I thank you so much for being patient with me. And I thank everyone for stopping over, sending all the gifts and everything. But as I said, a little bit disappointed that things and during my video, I was all over the place a little bit. So I beg your pardon, all right? And I hope that as things goes by, things will get better and better. All right. So I just wanna big up Yard Foods, Teresa Meyer, School as Jamaica TV, Sports Circle 345, the Myers where Chef Essence. Ref, big up yourself, Ref. My new subscribers and commenters, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you all and I wish you guys all the best for the remainder of the weekend and the new week to come. So ride safe, drive safe, keep safe, just be positive. Until next time, Jah-P Sports Talk. Just want to wish you guys a safe evening. All right, keep safe.